All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Perfection here, and I want to thank you for coming by and checking out today's video. In the background today, I have a gameplay on Valkyrie on Call of World War II. This was actually one of the first DLC maps that released in the game, but they made it free to play for everybody post the game's life cycle. Uh, it's actually a really good map, in my opinion. It is the best map in the game, and I remember back before when the game was pre-release, the beta and stuff like that. It was in the game files already, so the game was done. This is an example of a map that should have released with the game, but instead the developers pushed it off because they could make more money selling it with a DLC pack. And that's too bad, and that's kind of the trend that Call of Duty's been going in recently, and that's just unfortunate that people who, like me, and a lot of other people who don't see the season pass as a worthwhile thing are not spending $50 for a few maps. You know what I mean? Because I didn't buy the map pack in this game at all. I just played the base maps, which we had 9 at launch. So this map could have been well suited for the game and much needed, but it's too bad they went with that different direction they did. So that's just the gameplay. In today's video, what I wanted to talk about, my topic, is how should Call of Duty handle its rank up system. So starting with COD 4, every game has had the prestige system. When you get to rank 55, sometimes it's not always 55, but usually it's 55. And some games it was 65, and some I think one it was 70. I think MW3 it was definitely 65 in Call of World at War. But anyhow, you get to a certain rank. After each rank, you unlock certain things, like kill streaks, guns, perks, stuff like that. And then once you get to max rank, you can then choose to prestige to get a new emblem, a calling card, and stuff like that. So not really much incentive to prestige, other than the fact that just trying to. What's the point in playing if you're just going to stay at the same level? You know, I was always one of those guys who wanted to get max prestige. That's kind of like the goal you played in the game. Because Call of Duty can get repetitive, and you want something to play for, and rank's a huge a part of that. I know a lot of people who just get to the first prestige, max rank, and just don't choose to prestige, and that's fine. But that's at least their choice. You at least get the option that you can keep going on and keep leveling up if you choose to, and that's great, right? And it's worked. They've had it all the way up into actually this year. It's the first year they decided to change it with these officer ranks. And let's just talk about that real quick. These officer ranks, basically how it works is you get up to 155, and then that's the max rank. And then once the season starts, you get reset back down to 56. So that every couple months, they reset you, and you have to climb your way back up. And I guess the only thing you get in return is some emblem. I've never actually achieved officer rank because I've just stopped playing Modern Warfare. I can't stand the game. I think a lot of other people have too. But if you do play the game to that point, it doesn't seem like you get much in return. Like, what's the incentive to getting to 155 and then just to get reset the next month? You know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So in my opinion, the prestige system is quite better than the officer rank system they have in this year's title. Something that I'd actually like to see in the future. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with COD Mobile. If you haven't checked that game out, I would definitely recommend it. It's kind of buggy, you know, it's a mobile game at the end of the day, so it's definitely not comparable to the console versions of the game. But it's still an alternative that you can check out, and it's still Call of Duty at the end of the day, and you can have some fun with it. I definitely recommend you giving it at least a try. It's free to play. What do you have to lose? But in that game, they have regular pub matches, like any Call of Duty, and you get ranked up and stuff. I'm not sure if there's a max rank in that game. I know it just kind of keeps going. I think probably 200 or something. But you'd have to let me know in the comments what that if you know what that max level is in the COD Mobile, if there is one. But my point was, there's also, besides pub matches in COD Mobile, there's a ranked playlist, and in that ranked playlist, there's like different divisions. So if you win a game and you do get some kills and you do good in kill death ratio and less deaths and play objective and stuff like that, you get rank points, like plus 30 points. And then you keep climbing to the next division. You know what I mean? It's similar with a lot of mobile games. There's like online PvP multiplayer games on mobile phones. It's similar to that. So you start in bronze division, you work to silver, gold, platinum, diamond, you know, stuff like that. And I actually really enjoy that because instead of just having skill-based matchmaking like they do now when pub matches are sweaty, you choose to go in these ranked playlists to then play against people with your own skill level who are the same rank, and based on that, try to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? So there's something to play for. You're playing those sweats for a reason. You're playing those competitive matches to get better. You're expecting that. This is the difference between that and then having skill-based matchmaking in ranks in pub matches. I mean, a pub match, I just want to go in and sit back and just have a casual, fun experience. I don't want to be playing like I would if I would be playing a ranked playlist. So what I have to say is what I would do in future releases is I would go back to the prestige system, but have a little bit more incentive to prestiging instead of just a new emblem and a calling card. Maybe give them a new gun. That'd be cool. A weapon just for that, or a certain like camo, like a cool like camo that's so unique to that. You know what I mean? An animated camo like they did in Black Ops 4. One of the few good things of Black Ops 4. So that would be a great thing to do. And then have the rank playlist like in COD Mobile on the side where you rank up through these divisions based on your performance in the game. I also should mention if you lose points too. Or if you do bad and get a lot of deaths and not a lot of kills, you lose points. So it kind of balances it out. You have to do good and you have to do good consistently if you want to rank it up. So with that, I wanted to thank everyone for checking out today's video. Let me know down below what you think about this whole thing. Do you think they should go back to the prestige system, or do you have an idea of something they could do that's completely new that we haven't seen before? I'm about to win this game right now. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I end up going like 30-4 or something. I make sure I get the scoreboard at the end here. With COD World War II, you actually have to wait till the game finishes loading at the end before you can see the final scoreboard, which is really weird and bizarre. And at the start of I've posted a few World War II videos in previous videos, and like at the start of the match, it's like really glitchy, like your gun doesn't pop in. It takes a while to spawn in the actual game to start off, and your guns missing and stuff like that. It's just really bizarre. But besides that, the gunplay's smooth. Again, these maps like Valkyrie are solid maps. Definitely the best map in the game, in my opinion, that I've played. I haven't played any of the DLC except for this map, but this is definitely my favorite. And I think the scoreboard's about to come up now. Yep, 32-5. So I completely carried my team there. Except for the second place guy did pretty good. Elusive Coast. Thanks for the help there, bud. And yeah, so with that, I want to thank you all for checking out the video. Make sure you subscribe. It means a lot if you do. So take care.